your thoughts as you get ready for this U.S. Open?
Yeah, obviously a big confidence boost. It was a very difficult tournament. Obviously, I'm very happy about the result. You know, it was a great moment to share this with the people. Hopefully, it's a good confidence boost for here, and which is the last Grand Slam of the year. So let's see what's coming.
Okay, thank you. Questions? Name and affiliation, please. Questions? Richard.
Richard Osborne, USOpen.org. Jannik, I'm just wondering, given the news that's come out this week, just how will you balance all this? You've got a tournament to play and obviously a lot of news away from the court.
Yeah, of course, it's not ideal before a Grand Slam. But in my mind, I know that I haven't done anything wrong. I had to play already months with this in my head, but just remembering myself that I haven't done really anything wrong. I always respected these rules, and I always will respect these rules of anti-doping. So it's just obviously a relief for myself, having this result, and so it's just good to be back here. It's an amazing city, amazing place to play tennis. So I will just trying to enjoy as much as I can, and hopefully having a good tournament.
Okay, we won't be entertaining any more questions on that subject. If you have a question about another subject, you can ask the question, but he's already given his statement.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask the question, but
Jannik, this is coming out as the U.S. Open is yawning ahead of you. Do you kind of wish that this news had come out earlier and not put it on you right now? Like, do you regret waiting so long for this whole story to come out?
Look, it has been a very long process, no? I had to deal with this in already for months. I think we all know for how long I'm talking about. Obviously, I had to take now some decisions in base of the outcome. There are some dates you have to respect throughout this whole process. So you can't really choose when it comes out or when it doesn't come out. In my mind, as I said before, I'm just happy that it's finally out. Because it's one kind of relief also for me and my team, which is still here. Obviously, because of that, the preparation for this tournament has not been perfect because of certain circumstances. But it's out. It's something what I was waiting for. Waiting for the result, and so now it's out. And that's it.
Howard.
Jannik, Howard Fendrich with the Associated Press. You just mentioned making some decisions. Could you tell us what those are? And are Umberto and Giacomo no longer working with you?
Yeah. First, I want to start with that they have been a huge part for my career. We worked together for 2 years. We made an incredible job, bringing a lot of success and then having a great team behind me. Now, because of these mistakes, I'm not feeling that confident, to continue with them. The only thing I just need right now is just some clean air. I was struggling a lot in the last months. Now I was waiting for the result, and now I just need some clean air.
Okay, David.
David Kane, tennis.com. It's hard to keep a secret in tennis. So were you concerned that this would come out before you were ready for it to come out?
Yeah, it's look, the outcome of the result was Monday. It was a longer process. It started with obviously this mistake, what they made. But I was always concerned that it might come out at some point. In the beginning was a different view, but then after, it was a little bit more complicated. I went through me and my team and the lawyers. I'm just a simple tennis player, and that's what I love to do. But you know, this is also part of the rules of anti-doping and WADA and ITIA. So I was happy to collaborate, obviously, and getting the best result possible, knowing my innocence of this whole case. So as I said, now it's finally out. So it is what it is. Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah, Jannik, there are other players, Matt Futterman from The Athletic, there are other players who have gone through these experiences where they've made a mistake and have gotten a big penalty, and because those are just the rules. Even though you knew you hadn't done anything wrong, how worried were you that just because of the complicated process and the complicated rules that you might get a larger penalty just for making a mistake, because it has happened?
Yeah, it's the thing is very simple in one way. So when they informed us that I was tested positive, the first thing we were trying to figure out what substance it was, because Umberto is the guy who knows really, really well this all process and whatever is in nutrition, and he has a very high degree of pharmacy and everything. So we asked him. He knew it straight away that it was his spray, and knowing because of that was the spray, and knowing also how it all ended up into my system, we went straight back to them and we explained everything, how it happened, and that was the reason why I had the chance to keep playing. Obviously, then after, in the background while I was playing, we had to figure out what would happen then in the future. But the reason why I could have played was because we knew where the substance was in and how it came into my body. So this is very important, making this process, letting them know, and they understood it straight away. They believed in me and in us, and that's why I could have played.
So
Yeah.
you weren't that worried that it
I
was
was,
going to turn out?
of course, I was worried because it was the first time for me, and hopefully the last time that I'm in this situation, position. There are also a different part we have to see is the amount I had in my body, which is 0.0000000001. So there are a lot of zeros before coming up a 1. So I was worried, of course, because I'm always the player who was working very, very carefully in this. I believe I'm a fair player on and off the court, and that's a bit how it all was and how it went.
Two more. Brian, Willie.
Jannik, Brian Lewis from New York Post. Just your ranking alone was obviously going to put a target on your back, but I'm curious if you feel that not having been suspended, despite some other players in the past having been suspended for what they say were accidental mishaps, would put an even bigger target on your back than you might otherwise have had.
No, it's every player who gets tested positive has to go through the same process. There is no shortcut. There is no different treatment. They're all the same process. The why I kept playing, I just explained now, and that's all I have to say. I know sometimes the frustration of other players, obviously, but maybe because they got suspended, they didn't know exactly where it comes from, also what substance, and but the main reason is where it comes from and how it entered in his own system. We knew it straight away, and we were aware of what happened. We went straight away, and I was suspended for 2-3 days. I couldn't practice and everything, but they accepted it very, very fast, and that's why.
Okay. Willie, last question.
What concerns do you have about your reputation?
Yeah, that's a good question. For me, it's I always believe that I kept playing tennis because in my mind I knew that I haven't done anything wrong. I knew that I was very very clean, and I knew that I was always very looking forward to be a fair player. Obviously, it's coming out this this notification. It's might change a couple of things, but whoever knows me very well knows that I haven't done, and I would never do something what goes against the rules. Obviously, it has been a very tough moment for me and my team. It still is, because it's quite, fresh, this everything. But yeah, I mean, let's see. Here I also know who is my who is my friend and who is not my friend. No, because my friends, they know that I would never do that, and sticking together. And about the reputation, we will see now moving forward. No, because this I can't really control. So let's see.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.